Hey, what's up guys? Vimp here coming at you with another one of these videos. We're going to be playing some good old Pumpkin TD race mode. This is version 1.21. I'm really excited to bring you guys this one. I haven't played this in so long, so I'm excited to see what has pretty much changed. I've already noticed there's different towers there, which I literally just got. Absolutely insane. So you have this Nacebo that upgrades into Valhalla. I don't know from which anime this comes from. I don't even know if it's from any anime, as a matter of fact, but we also get a Gabumon. So I started this video off like not hoping for anything. By the way, I recorded Pumpkin TD like at least 20 times and I never got a good recording. So for once, I was excited about this one because we got a good start. We got a decent setup at the beginning, so we can go for the Omegamon, which is fantastic, right? We literally almost already upgrade this into a War Greymon, which is the tier 4 just because just before the Omegamon, and they both have, I think, 40% increased attack speed. Or attack damage, if I remember correctly. All of these towers have a percentage chance of getting like a random damage multiplier. So in this case, we all have like that green little effect underneath, which is essentially 40% extra attack damage, or attack speed, I think it is. No, it's damage. Sorry, I'm so stupid. It's damage. But yeah, I mean, it's a really good start. It's a really freaking good start. Most of my towers literally have that extra attack damage, which is fantastic. So I'm actually thinking here, I'm like, wait, where are these like new towers from? Like this mecha, Dehaka mecha? Where is this from? Like, someone please tell me in the down in the comments. But it has this sick passive, which it kind of like burrows underground, and whatever like it pops out of it, a little bit like a crit fiend, it deals like an absurd amount of damage. So it like kind of charges up while it's burrowed and literally, unburrows and does a crazy amount of damage. So as you're noticing, the number on top of the tower is the amount of damage. So you always have to kind of pay attention to that number, pretty much, because it really shows you which towers is the most effective, right? So you kind of sell the towers that are a little bit less effective, and towers that are a little bit more effective you want to keep, obviously. So this guy upped, by the way, Soviet Vodka, which I've actually checked the Discord, but I feel like he's the world record holder at the moment for highest damage count. So we're playing with versus a guy that is potentially, very, top of the line player. So we got a very big competition when you think about it. So I'm kind of scared. I'm playing versus this guy that is world record holder. I think it's either Zoom or Soviet Vodka that is currently holding the world record for highest damage. So we have a big competition here. So by the way, I forgot to mention, I can't believe I forgot to mention, but Jesus Christ, this is a request from my friend Spooner, member of the channel. He's been supporting quite a bit, so big shout out to you, my man. And yeah, I mean, listen, he requested me to play Pumpkin TD and do 10 million damage. Let's see if we're going to be able to do it. So as you're noticing, I literally just got an Omegamon. So we both have it. This is super good. So this guy's what his strategy is compared to mine, which is mine is literally going for gambling. Go all out to gambling and hope for the best. As you're noticing, we're dealing quite a bit of damage to these bosses, but the difference between me and Soviet Vodka, he literally went for no construction. So he's staying lower tiers in hopes that he gets these new towers, which are absolutely broken, as you guys will notice. Some of these towers are really freaking good. But yeah, at the moment he's staying like lower. He doesn't even want to gamble, right? Which might be like a new strategy. I'm not sure. I would have to utilize that in the future. But for now, what I'm trying to do in this new version is really go all out for gambling, right? I want to get that greed in. I want to start gambling. I want to get those gambles in and get those like freaking rewards. I really want them. Like, my blood is boiling for those freaking rewards. Give me something, please. But yeah, anyways, so at the moment we're slowly but surely going to be clearing waves, and let's see if we can actually start building more towers and start gambling a little bit more. So here comes my first set of freaking gambling. I literally got the gold jackpot. Oh my god, I literally never get gold jackpots. That's absolutely insane. So I placed my first random gambling boxes, which you have like 3 types of, or I think 4 types of random gambling boxes that you could get. So you could get a gold mine, a book box, a ice box, and a spectrum. So all of those are kind of important at different portions of the game. You will see. I'll explain a little more in details a little bit later, but I got really lucky with that gold jackpot. So I got a gold chest. this is really good because I love getting gold chests. Every time this gold chest hits a target, you get 1 gold. So the way this works, or what I'm going to be attempting to do, is slow everything down. In my wave, I slow everything down, and while I'm slowing everything down, right, I will be essentially farming gold, right? So that's going to be like the main purpose of this game. I'm literally going to be slowing all the units down, which I already am with this Omegamon, which is fantastic, to enable my gold chest to really farm as much as possible, right? So we're going to be getting a lot of gold. Hopefully we're going to be gambling also a lot, and hopefully in the future we can get, you know, access to those really last tier towers, which are going to enable us to like do percentage HP damage and also slow and perma-stun the boss and hopefully get very high damage. So let's see. So we're going to be skipping a few rounds, and essentially we got this not the Omegamon, sorry, the Enduin, which I have the sci-fi vigilante. It's such a Pega name, but it looks kind of weird, not gonna lie. But yeah, I literally got the second tier 5 towers, and I'm actually getting close to like freaking leaky gear, which is kind of bad. But yeah, people are dropping like flies. Red is leaving. We got yellow at the game, so everyone is left. It's pretty much me versus this guy, this like record holder. So it's gonna be kind of crazy, right? So it's me versus him. Let's see how it's gonna go, right? So we gotta. He even says that I got a decent setup, so I'm very happy about that. So at the moment, I gambled a little bit of. Use my lumber essentially to get some of those attack speeds, which I really got unlucky with. I got extra gold so I could gamble a little bit more, but you know, it doesn't really matter at this point. So yeah, I'm starting to kind of like be a little bit weak, which kind of makes me concerned, right? I'm like, wait, how am I, like, what's really happening here? I have like very good towers. Why are these getting so far, right? So also, I forgot to mention, but this tower is interesting, right? So it has this particular skill. So the way this works, it's a bubble, right, that you put on any sort of tower, and essentially it has a timer on it where it kind of ticks down, right? And whatever that timer is done, it stuns targets. So apparently the best way to stun targets is to put it on the gold chest, right? So it ticks down after 3 seconds and it deals like a little bit of damage and it stuns the target, which is super freaking OP. Apparently it's maxed out, or the best way to use it is on those gambling boxes, but it stuns for so freaking long. So you guys see this potential? Do you guys see this potential for later stage game? Like, yeah, boy Vimp is liking what he's seeing. So I've never, like, this tower has so much potential. So I understand why this Soviet vodka guy literally is going for no constructions whatsoever, and he's going literally just for these like newer towers, because you can technically perma-stun, and I'm getting like so many gold chests. Oh my god, yeah, boy is, dude, I'm greeting. I'm getting a lot of gold, and I can keep stunning, and I can keep farming. Like, yeah, boy is having fun here. Soviet vodka, man. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm kind of scared. Not gonna lie, I'm not too sure what to expect from this guy. So he might like have some cheats. Like, I don't know at this point, you know. So we'll see. I mean, at this point, it's looking good. I'm farming. You know, I have a decent setup. Let's kind of see if we could keep, you know, kind of going for these random gambling boxes. Go for a little bit more farming, but it's looking pretty freaking good at the moment. Yeah, so here I'm kind of getting a little bit unlucky, but I did get a tier 4, a silver jackpot, and I also got a very nice spectrum box, right? Spectrum box is an absolute must. Essentially what this spectrum box does, you can only have one. If you had multiple, it would be way too OP, but essentially the spectrum box is an enhancer. Essentially it's a aura that enhances these random gambling boxes. So we're going to be putting it in the center of that like little top quadrant that you see. So essentially you put it in the middle and it enhances all of the nearby gambling boxes. So basically in this case, like for example, a book box, it would enhance the damage it deals by quite a margin, right? So book boxes work in the fashion that they do percentage HP, granted that the unit is at kind of like a very high level of HP. So the higher HP that target is, the more the book box does. So essentially what the spectrum box does is it lowers that HP threshold, which is pretty cool. So afterwards, you know, for gold boxes, obviously it's very good because it doubles the amount of gold. So as you're noticing, the gold box on the right is actually dealing or getting a lot more gold than the left one, which is, you know, obviously it doubles the amount of, you know, resources that you're getting from any gambling, which is super freaking good. So yeah, I mean, it's looking good, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really happy about the start of the, this has some potential. This run has some potential. I believe in it. The only problem that is standing between me and that 10 million damage at the moment is this like world record holder, right? So I have to somehow pressure this guy to get him out the game. I need to get this guy out the game ASAP so he doesn't interfere with my my 10 million damage, right? So like I said before, I got this gold box. I'm actually gonna exchange with the gold chest, so now it's in a center position and it's as optimized as it gets. So it's really good. I got 4 gold chests. This is really freaking good. I'm gonna be farming a lot of gold, so I can keep gambling. This is naughty. This is some dirty shit. Oh, this is dirty. I'm telling you, this is disgusting. I'm gonna be farming a lot of gold. I'm excited about this. Let's see. And I even got a Gurumi, so listen, it's looking hot. It's looking hot. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna keep gambling. Every round I'm like generating at least, what is it, 2, 4, 6, 80 gold. So that's a lot of gambling. So the more gambling, the more random boxes I'm getting, and the more I could even put on the map. So this is why it's so good. Plus, I'm combining it with my ability, right? So the trick here is slow units down and use that ability as much as possible. So I'm using that kind of like plasma bubble or whatever you want to call it on top of the gold chest to keep those units stunned or locked in place, right? And I even get this Sign Mars, dude. This Sign Mars is going to be so freaking good for my my build because I can literally enhance the attack speed of the gold chests, right? So everything combines so well together. You know what I mean? The only thing that I'm really missing here is some ice boxes in that kind of like quadrant, right? So I can literally stun units in place, literally, right? So at this point, we're gonna keep gambling and hopefully we can get a little bit more ice boxes. But I'm not gonna say no to like freaking gold boxes. Yeah, so I can't believe, but I literally forgot to say that I got a tier 6 from gambling, which is super good, right? I literally got a tier 6, which is probably the best thing I literally got. Can't believe I forgot to mention it, but yeah, I mean, that's literally one step closer to eliminating my competition here. So that's the thing. You have to find that fair balance between, kind of gambling, but also making your maze a little bit more tough. Because the thing is, when you think about it, this guy could, if he really gets lucky with, what's it called, those, because he's not gambling when you think about it, so I don't think he's like any threat to me, but he's getting a lot of these like really like next level or newer towers, which I didn't know to a full extent, so I was kind of scared, getting scared, so I had to eliminate this guy. So listen, I was getting some tier 5s, I was getting some jackpots here and there, so it wasn't so bad, but I was gambling a lot, so it was looking pretty good, not gonna lie. So I was getting these random gambling boxes. I had more gold chests. So listen, I had at this point, what is that, 6 goddamn like gold chests also in a spectrum box, and I was even slowing the targets down and even stunning them with the vigilante. So listen, it was looking pretty hot, guys. It was looking pretty hot. So yeah, I don't know. At this point, I was just curious, where does this game go from here, right? Where does it go from here? So yeah, we're like getting close to round 40 at the moment, which is looking pretty good. I feel like I'm sensing, you know what I mean, this potential win here. At least 10 million damage, at least get close to 10 million damage. There's no way we don't get close to 10 million damage with this setup. Like, this is so much. The other thing I'm missing is ice boxes, which I'm really getting unlucky with, because I could be farming so much more, because what I really would like is less gold boxes, but more ice boxes, right? So if I put ice boxes in that spectrum box, what happens is that I have a 5% chance to stun the enemy in place for like a few seconds. So the more ice boxes I have in that spectrum box, the more those gold boxes will farm. So that's why it's vital for this build. And it's also very good for, damage tests and all that good stuff. So yeah, at the moment, my setup is not looking too bad. I only have one Gurumi, which kind of sucks. I would love to get a few more. I'm going to keep utilizing this Vigilante to the best of my ability. I even get a second tier 6, which is super good for clearing. But, high tier towers, I don't really care too much about them. They're good. I put them on the left. I don't really care too much about them. I just want them to, like, obviously clear the waves if I'm, in trouble. So that's why you see me putting them on the left. I could clear the waves really fast with those tier 6 towers. They're going to do like an absurd amount of damage. And also a quick little tip for you guys, just a tip. Basically, you hotkey all of these really good towers under one hotkey, like control 2, control 3, doesn't really matter. So in this case, I had all the units on control 2 and I was stop attacking, right? I spam clicked that S hotkey. So essentially my gold chest would farm a little bit more. So that's, and I also had this vigilante on control 3, which I would stun the targets as fast as possible. And I had, I think, Cyan Myers, that bloodlust effect on control 4 to pretty much enhance the gold farming. So it's all of this combines very well together when you think about it. So yeah. And to my surprise, this Soviet vodka goes down. Dude, I was so happy. I was like, yo, this is the run, man. We eliminated the high score world record. We took him out at the game. See you later, buddy. Your boy Vimp is taking charge. I'm the captain in this boat. Like, get him out. Throw him off board. I'm the captain in this one. You know, listen, I'm about to get this 10 million. I'm feeling myself. You know what I mean? There's no way. There's no one like standing in my way. We literally took out the competition. We won. We were literally the race winners when you think about it, right? But the thing is, like, that's not what we're after. That's kind of like a side quest, right? Eliminated all these players is a side quest, right? So we get these guys out of here, and then we go for the kind of like damage test, right? Which is super important, and we get our first icebox, which is critical for this build, right? So we're gonna put it straight away into this spectrum box. We did a kind of a little trick, by the way. So icebox we want to keep for sure under the spectrum box. So I use the swap. You can only use swap a random box once, so you have to like kind of like choose which one you really want to pick. So I picked the icebox swap. The reason why I picked the icebox swap ability is because I know that the icebox will remain in place in that position no matter what. I want to have the flexibility to move the book box whenever I want. So I kept the swap on the look at me gambling. It's dude, look at the greed. Dude, I'm getting so many freaking boxes. It doesn't even make sense. Look at the gold that I'm getting. Like, it doesn't make sense at this point. I'm farming so much. And again, guys, look at that. I get an Agumon and a Gabumon. I could make 2 Omegamons. This is it, guys. These towers, the Agumons, the Omegamons, do percentage HP damage, and also they slow. So that's why they're super freaking good. So yeah, at this point, what we're going to be doing is get this second Omegamon as soon as possible, right? We're going to place it in the center. I could have technically placed it on the side just to get that more of that slow, but I feel like the center is pretty fine because it hits all quadrants. So I feel like it's not too bad of a thing to do. So look at this, 2 Omegamons. We also use these yellow wisps on them to give them as much damage as possible, right? Make these towers as strong as possible, right? So that's why you see me keep a lot of these wisps, is because I want to keep them for later stages of the game just to enhance the current damage of my current towers. So yeah, don't mind them. It's just literally just to keep them. I'll tell you guys a little bit more about it a little bit later. So at this point, we're looking pretty good. We're looking hot. I mean, I'm really happy about this. So we're going to keep gambling, hopefully. And we got 2 Gurumis. What? What, dude? Excuse me. That's crazy. That's crazy. I got 2 Gurumis. Both have literally 0.5 percent chance. So someone do the math, like down in the comments. Like, what are the odds of getting that? Like, it's pretty low. Anyways, we get 2 Gurumis. We place them on the right in very good spots. And you know what we could do here? And you even use the Cyan Myers to increase your attack speed and get them to tier 7. So essentially how Gurumis work is every time they have like a few charges. So every time they auto attack, those charges reduce. It's like an item inside their inventory. So every time they do like a specific amount of auto attacks on targets, they level up to next tier. So they go to tier 2, tier 3, and then up to tier 7. So it's literally guaranteed tier 7 towers, which is super good. We're very strong, so that's why everyone kind of like loves getting Gurumis. You know, Gurumis are the best towers you can get. So yeah. And that's why they're very rare when you think about it. So anyways, so yeah, we're going to keep farming. Let's see where this goes. I'm very happy about this. I'm going to see you guys in a few seconds with more gambling. So at this point, we're literally generating like over 400 gold every round, which is absurd. Like we're at round 40 something and we're generating like an absurd amount of gold at the moment. Like 400 gold every round. Look at the amount of gambles I can do. Like this is how crazy this game gets. If I literally got more luckier with these, because I got lucky with the gold chests, but I didn't get lucky with the gold boxes. I got too many book boxes, which kind of freaking suck, man, when you think about it. But you know, this is what I'm at, like how much gold I'm generating per round, except, you know, for boss rounds, because these gold boxes don't hit that much, but I'm getting like an absurd amount, right? So this is why it's super good. I'm getting a few ice boxes, which is pretty cool. But it's not the best. It's not the best. You could put the chest, like, it doesn't matter. You don't need to put the chest boxes in the spectrum, because you want to have the chance to like proc those stuns as much as possible. It's kind of the equivalent of putting them in the spectrum boxes, because they have more, the units have more downtime in the maze, and essentially you can, those gold boxes get more hits off. So it's kind of the equivalent. So here what I was doing, which I got, I thought about a little bit later, is I was enhancing the attack speed of the ice boxes. So essentially the more hits they get, the more chances they have at stunning the targets, right? So that's why it's super important. And the more time the gold boxes would farm, and the more time the Gurumis would farm as well. So that's why it was super good for me, and I found that out a little bit later. But I was also not utilizing my my stuns as much as I would like from that vigilante. But yeah, wasn't looking so bad, guys. I feel like it was pretty good. I was still farming like a decent amount, between like 300 and 400 gold per round. So it was looking pretty good, guys. It was looking pretty good. We're approaching like round 50s at the moment. So I feel like we're going to do one more set of gambling, and we're going to stop from there, because we don't want too much gambling. We want to kind of farm, right? So farm gold, and then like kind of prepare our kind of final setup for the damage test. So yeah, and this like this skeleton round that appears, right? And I'm literally like I'm farming here, like the usual strat, right? I'm literally farming, and this like absurd bug occurs, which I was laughing so hard. I was like grinning, like I was smirking in my room alone, laughing. You know what I mean? Like look at this. At this point, these units are literally stuck. They can't do anything. Like I think I bugged the game somehow. You know what I mean? And I literally was, I was keeping those like stunts happening on that like gold chest all the time. And I literally was, these units weren't moving. I was like, wait, what is happening? And I could have farmed even more gold, but like they're not even moving. And like this unit is literally perfectly stocked in the top right. And I could have done it if I was a little bit smarter. I could have like stop attacked on all of these units and kept farming gold. Look at the gold. I keep going up. It doesn't even stop. I'm farming so much goddamn gold. And I feel like there's no way this is the case, but like ice boxes have a 5% chance of like literally keep stunning these targets. And I don't think like the percentage of this happening is so low. Like it's a 1 in a million, like for sure, of proccing after like over and over. You know what I mean? So there's no way. I think it's literally a bug. There's no way like they procced so many times. You know what I mean? So this unit was stuck in the top right and far away from any sort of tower. So I was farming so much gold, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna keep abusing this. And I even stopped attacking all of these towers, and I was like, dude, oh my god, I'm getting so much gold. I went from like 800 to like, look at this, I'm at like 1.1 at the moment. I might even go for more. Like it's crazy how much gold I'm farming. Like imagine if this was the case, if I had so many more ice boxes, right? If all of these gold chests were replaced with a what's it called, with ice boxes, I would have the potential chance of like stunning these targets in these corners for like permanently, right? So, and plus I would have obviously the vigilante like kind of stunning on top of it. So you see like the potential of this, you know, this kind of build. By the way, big shout out to Zoom. He kind of showed me this build, so I pretty much only did copy him. So yeah, listen, I'm just farming. I kept farming. Look at this, dude. How much gold am I getting? It doesn't even make sense. Oh my god. And then the round like was over, and I was so sad. I was like, dude, I just wanted to farm more, man. I just wanted to farm more. It sucks. All right, you guys already know. You guys already know. Oh my god, I had to gamble just one more time for you guys, and okay, it got a little bit out of hand. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so seriously, if you really wanted to go for damage test, I feel like I should have saved there, but you guys already know. I had to gamble. I had to gamble one more time. With 1.3k gold, I had to gamble. Look what I just got. It doesn't even make sense. Dude, I got so many goddamn towers. I had to make 2 control groups of like bullshit that Dude, It doesn't make sense. I think there's like a hedgehog in there, like tier 7 towers. So many gamble boxes. I didn't know what to do with them. I just patrolled. I had no idea what to do. I was panicking at the point because I was trying to farm as much gold for like the end stages of the game. So it's already getting really close to like around 60, which is kind of the end of the game. So I kind of like wanted to keep farming, and I forgot to put these gambling boxes down, which was this big mistake. But I was doing it. I was doing it at some point, so it wasn't so bad. But still, I had to go for one more gambling. Guys, I had to. You guys already know me. For the boys. I did it for the boys. I wanted to see how many crazy things I could get, right? So we got this hedgehog at least, which is sick, which is a very low percentage chance. So it's gonna, you know, be decent for like final kind of like damage test. So we're still aiming for that 10 million. So I feel like it's still doable. But in my opinion, I feel like I'm kind of getting unlucky with the ice boxes. I needed a lot more in order for me to like stun the targets in place. And it's really gonna kind of depend at the end of the game to how many of these what's it called, like tier 8s I'm gonna be able to get. So, and my setup at the end. So it really boils down to that part or portion of the game. So at the moment it's not looking too bad. Like if I have a decent setup, 2 Omega Mons, like very high level towers, I'm hopefully gonna be getting these Gurumis to tier 7. I just need to farm them, right? Farm as much of as I can with them, and the rest really kind of depends. Like the rest really kind of depends on like me kind of farming as much gold as possible and getting that like crazy pool of gold that I could just keep building towers and just like getting as many tier 8s. So it's really gonna boil down to that, and the kind of like if I get lucky with the like the tier 8s, because you need particular ones to make sense. So, anyways, we completed a few quests at the same time that I kind of like, you know, farming, which is pretty good. I kept going for those quests. So I got, you know, the blue wisps, for example. I was going for those tier 1 quests, which I almost completed all of them, which is pretty good. I was very happy about that. You know, because might as well, right, complete a few quests because you get a few bonuses and a few rewards. So I feel like might as well go for a few quests at the same time. So that's what I was kind of attempting to do. So I had a lot of like these lower tier towns that I could place down. I'm gonna keep them in like pouch form for now because I don't really need them, to be honest. I could pretty much finish the game, no problem. But so yeah, I'm gonna obviously build them at the end. So I'm just gonna place them somewhere else and just hopefully get ready for a little bit more farming. It's all about the farming right now. So I'm buffing up these Gurumis, getting them to tier 7 as soon as I can, and stop attacking my towers. That's the most important thing, is just keep pressing stop attack on most of these high tier towers. So my gold towers and ice boxes pretty much farm as much gold for end game. Pretty much. I could have also stopped the attack on a few book boxes just to like reduce the most amount of damage taken from these units. But I mean, I feel like I did a decent job, to be honest. I feel like I did a decent job just at farming. So pretty much the way this works, if we go over one round, essentially as the units path towards the first quadrant, I'm essentially gonna stun them a few times with Vigilante off cooldown. As soon as that cooldown is you know, is usable, I'm gonna be stunning the units, right? So that's number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna, you know, obviously use the Sign Mires to buff up these either Gurumis or ice boxes. It's vital just to get as many stuns as possible, and we're gonna be again just stunning, slowing, and just like hopefully farming as much as possible. Again, I think more ice boxes here. If I was a little bit more luckier with ice boxes, I would have been pretty much stunning these units in place permanently, right? So here I'm missing what, 4 boxes in 4 ice boxes in that top right quadrant, which would have made a massive difference, in my opinion. Would have made a massive difference. But I got too many gold chests and too many like book boxes, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. You can't complain. You can't complain. I feel like I still got lucky with this game, with like getting that new tower enabled and you know, getting a lot of like gold chests. So I feel like I'm not too unhappy with, you know, this current setup. It still has a lot of potential. So it's really good. We're gonna rely on kind of like end game, I guess you could say. All right, so here comes the Yetis, round 59. This is pretty much getting close to like end game at the moment. So we got 1700 gold, which is kind of disappointing, to be honest. I wish I would have a lot more. I feel like I remember correctly, like Zoom had like an absurd, like at some point like 7k, even like over 10k. So it's definitely very underwhelming gold wise. I feel like we should have definitely had a little bit more. Again, it's all about those item boxes, which I really got unlucky with. I mean, I could have gambled even more, but I feel like at this point I wouldn't have time to farm, right? So that's the problem. But if you're looking at this, my Gurumis are like 3 hits off of getting tier 7. So I literally almost effed this up. I literally almost effed this up of getting two next level Gurumis, which would have been really bad. It was really freaking close. But anyways, this is damage test, guys. This is from literally all you guys have been waiting for. This is the moment. So here, there's a lot of adjustments. I don't even know where to begin. So we're gonna start off with I think these pouches. Gonna do a few combinations too. So I feel like we want to get these Gurumis to different tier 7s. So we probably want to set up a few bulk boxes in that aura, which obviously is a little bit better because they do enhance or more damage to because of the spectrum. So getting gold chests in that area is literally useless. So anyways, at this point, as you're noticing, you see how like the setup with like those gold chests would have been perfect the way it is with those amount of gold chests on the right side too. So it was going the right way, but again, it's just the lack of ice boxes, which really sucks. But anyways, I mean, it's still doable. I feel like it's still doable. We just got to set up our kind of towers. So we do have this Iron Man tower, which is really good. This Hedgehog, which we're all going to be setting up. So we're going to put those really like OP towers on the left for now and just set up my pouches down to just lower tier towers to hopefully start exchanging and getting very high tier towers. We're also going to be using those wisps to enhance the tower damage from pretty much all the towers that we're going to keep for damage tests. So yeah, it's all about that. So we're going to put as many towers as possible down, start exchanging a few. It's all about preparing for damage tests, right? So, you know, at the moment, we're just going to exchange these tier 7s, hopefully get good towers. At the moment, we got like sold and that car, which really sucks. I feel like that the stake isn't so bad because it slows it slows it down, so it slows the damage test down, which isn't so bad. But I feel like it also combines with like the slow from Icebox and pretty much from the Omegamon. So I feel like it's decent to have, but I don't know if it's worth it because I think it's only 15%, so probably not worth it. But you know, I'm gonna keep it for now just because I don't know better. I just know that Kimchi is probably the best, and the Neurubian tower, massing those because they have like crazy range, and essentially the more towers you have, the more damage you get too. So that's why massing them is pretty good to have. So obviously you could go for the Ice Golem for the stun. I see that being pretty good. We're also going to be keeping the Vigilante just to like chain CC the boss. So it's not looking too bad, guys. So we got our first Neurubian tower, which I was really happy about. And I was also going to increase the damage multiplier with the Yellow Wisp, which is pretty good. So yeah, at this point, it's all about like getting these next tier towers. So we're going to be going for building a crazy amount of towers, also completing a few quests at the same time. So I think it's 3 of the same tier 2 towers, complete basic quest 2. And if you get 10 tier 3 towers, you complete quest number 3, which is pretty good. So yeah, I mean, just extra quests that we could do, might as well just do them, right? So we have a crazy amount of wisps. We didn't know what to do with them. So essentially what we're going to use the red wisps on is all of these tier 3 towers. So we get these tier 3 to tier 4. So I feel like this is the best way to use the red wisp in my opinion. Just because you save a lot of gold, so 10 gold. I feel like it's not so bad, but technically you save more because you have to place less towers down. So I feel like it's not so bad. Yellow wisps we're essentially going to use, and the blue wisp we're going to use for lumber, I think. The only problem is we lost a few lives, which kind of sucks. So it gives us the chance of getting lives, which literally is useless in this case, but I mean, it's not so bad. So I literally did a massive mistake here. I had Edward Elric with Van Holheim, I think his name is. If you have all the kind of like setup, so you have Edward Elric and Van Holheim with I think it's Alphonse Elric, like the 3 all together, you get like a sick bonus, right? You get a sick bonus. You could put all of those towers together and they do like insane amount of damage, and they also do stun the target. So I feel like I should have kept it. in my opinion. So it's just kind of my mistake. But the thing is, like, it's such a low chance. But I mean, it's still possible. So I feel like you should still go for it. But I mean, I didn't opt for it. In my opinion, I just wanted to get these like better tier 8s. But yeah, I don't know. I think might have made a small mistake, but it is what it is. So at this point, we're getting more tier 6s, tier 7s, and just gonna get those tier 8s, hopefully, right? So it's not looking too bad. We're placing towers down, and we got our second Nerubian, and we're enhancing the damage of that Nerubian with the yellow wisps, as I said before. Also using lumber to get those Pikachus to tier 4, which is obviously very good because you don't use gold. We're starting to lose a lot of gold here, which kind of sucks. And we placed that, you know, that hedgehog down with the Iron Man, so it's looking pretty hot. It's looking pretty good, guys. I feel like it's not so bad. It has some potential to set up, but I feel like we're lacking a little bit of stun and a little bit of like slow, which kind of sucks. But I feel like I think if I remember correctly, the ice boxes did get nerfed in this, so I feel like we are not looking to, I mean, the thing is, we needed more percentage HP in my opinion. So we get this first kimchi stew, I think it's called. So it has a chance to like kind of stun the boss, which is pretty good. Obviously, as many stuns as you get, the better. So we got this like extra ship, which we're probably going to combine and get an extra kimchi stew. Dude, man, that's difficult to say. So it's looking pretty good, guys. Okay, so we have a hedgehog, which we're going to be placing in the middle. Iron Man on the left side because it has a crazy range. All of these towers have very good damage multipliers or damage enhancements. So I feel like most of these towers, I don't need to use a yellow wisp on them. If they have like 40% extra damage, I feel like it's enough. So I'm still going to use it on like the ones that have lower than 40%, which I feel like it's still worth it. But yeah, I mean, most of my towers have like maxed out enhanced damage, so like 50% extra damage, which is super freaking good. And yeah, I'm also going to put that on the, what's it called? The hedgehog. So we're almost set. I feel like we're almost set. Like, I'm pretty much getting ready. Placing the last few towers down to just hopefully get some, you know, some extra towers. And I get the Cyan Myers, but I literally F up by leveling it up. I feel like it was a misclick, so it happens, guys, to the best of us. So we had these Cyan Myers on like a very optimal position just to give these Omega Mons more attack speed, which really sucks. I feel like I misclicked by accident. I don't know what I did, but I just did. So it happens, guys. It happens. Whatever. So it was kind of rigged, not gonna lie. So freaking rigged. Like, I can't believe I misclicked on Cyan Mars. I feel like it would have been so good getting those Cyan Mars on the attack speed bloodlust on those Omega Mons in the center, because they do percentage HP damage. So yeah, I don't know. It happens. It's the best of us. I mean, just rigged game. It is what it is. So we're using the final kind of pool of gold that we have left, and we're getting ready for damage chest. I decided to get rid of pretty much most of these what's it called? Yellow wisps to lumber. Reason being is because I don't think like getting extra damage on Cyan Mars or whatever would have been like too good. I just would rather get some attack speed auras because I have so many good towers that the fact that we have a chance of getting attack speed, for example, or armor reduction would enhance my full my whole like tower setup much like quite a bit by quite a margin, right? So I got lucky, 30% chance to get a freaking attack speed buff. So I feel like at least I got, you know, extra attack speed on my towers. So I feel like it's not so bad, but I would have loved to get, you know, armor reduction and like more attack speed. But you know, it is what it is. We can't complain. This is a pretty good setup, and I'm pretty much ready for damage test. So let's get it. So here comes the damage test, guys. Literally, I'm excited about this. Let's see how it goes. Here we go. Damage test. Let's do it, right? So we have the damage counter on the top right. So the tank comes in. Everything is doing so much damage. It's stunning in literally the perfect area, right? I'm getting a few stuns, but at the same time, I'm not. So like, I'm getting stuns, but at the same time, it feels like it's running out. Like, I don't know why it's not stunning as much as it would have liked, but it does here and there, right? So this is what I mean about like having a little bit more ice boxes. It would have been perfect, right? But I'm getting a few stuns in, which is fine. But again, it's not enough damage. I'm only at 1 million. So I'm so far from 10 million. I'm like, dude, this is not good. This is really not good. And like, all of these Cyan Mars like are enhancing the attack speed of nearby towers, which is good. But the freaking tank got out of my freaking like stun area with only 1.7k like million damage, which is super bad. And like I kept going, but like it's not enough. I'm even using the stun from the vigilante, but I'm only at 2 million damage. This run is a disaster. Like I don't know what freaking happened. And the tank is on the left side. I'm at 2 million. I'm literally crying inside. I'm like, dude, how is this freaking possible? And then like it literally goes up, and I'm so freaking tilted. What is this game? Like I thought this was gonna be the run, and it's not. I have 2.5 million damage. This game is shit. I hate it. I'm never playing it again.